Do you ever ask yourself if you're creative or if what you're creating is good enough? Well, you are, and it is. Let me explain. My name is Judy. I am an expert on nothing, but I'm opinionated and I'm experienced and I love sharing my opinion. We're going to start with what creativity is. Most people think of creativity as the arts: singing, music, poetry, painting. Yeah, that's kind of on the obvious side. There are other forms of creativity. Face it, 50 years ago, no one thought you'd ever be carrying a computer around in your pocket. And then one day, a creative thinker looked outside the box and said, hey, what if? And made it happen. And now we have smartphones. And most of us can't live without them. Our entire lives depend on them because someone thought outside the box. Creativity is actually good for your health. Most people are going to go, what are you talking about? If you say creativity is good for your health, you're a photographer, you're walking around a lot. Yeah, that one's kind of obvious. But creativity reduces stress. And a reduction in stress is good for your heart. It's good for your digestive system. It's good for your brain. It tends to relieve headaches when you're not stressed. And by having that outlet to forget about the world in the moment helps lower that stress. It keeps your neural pathways limber, which helps stave off things like dementia. It's a reason they do art therapy for people. It helps get you out of one moment and create your own dream. It boosts your sense of wonder, and that allows you to see things that other people don't. And it kind of keeps you young, I say with my gray hair and my reading glasses perched on top of my head. Creativity encourages a positive outlook. It encourages self expression. And it allows you to see the world the way you want it to be. And then figure out how to make it that way. That's all creativity. It encourages self confidence. Even if you don't think you're good enough, when you complete a project or get better at something or get a dream out on paper, it feels good. And you've accomplished something. And that builds your confidence. You can create anything your mind can think up. And the more you create, the more creative your mind gets. I think they call that a perpetual motion machine. Creativity helps you see the beauty in the imperfect as opposed to looking for perfection. I believe the Eastern philosophy of Wabi Sabi, if I pronounced that correctly, is all about seeing the beauty of the imperfect. Something isn't broken, it's transformed. When people have a positive outlook, they tend to be nicer. And we could all use a little more nice around these days, couldn't we? If anyone thinks they're not good enough to create what's in their mind, they just have to tell themselves, and I do this all the time, I'm the only one who needs to appreciate it. Because you should be creating for yourself, not for someone else. Not for the clicks not for the comments, not for the likes, not for the shares of strangers, but for you. And it's something that's really hard to practice, but I'm trying. It's why I make these videos, is because I feel the need to create them. It's something I want to do. Am I good? No. Am I good enough? Yeah, I think I am. And that's what really matters. So the next time you're feeling that the outside world determines how creative you are, just remember, creativity never comes from the brain, it comes from the heart. And if they don't like it, they're just not your audience. Eventually, your audience will find you, even if it's an audience of one. If you got something out of this, please let me know what in the comments. Hit the like button. If you think it's complete and utter nonsense, feel free to hit the dislike button and tell me why. I'll take the feedback either way. But either way, I hope you'll be back again. And until then, bye.